I created 100 digital products with ChatGPT's new image generator, and here are my top 7 picks. Now, whether you know it or not, the digital product landscape changed forever when ChatGPT released their new image generator. Suddenly, anybody, and I do mean anybody, can create professional quality designs without Photoshop skills or expensive freelancers. But most people are using it all wrong. So I spent the last few weeks creating 100 different AI-generated digital products that can be sold right now today. And the technique that I'm about to show you will give you the ability to create digital products with the click of a button for free, even if you have zero design skills and absolutely no creativity at all. Now, just in case we haven't met, I'm marketing coach Anthony. I sold my first online course back in 2015, and since then I've created well over 300 digital assets. Many of them are still online and making money for me today. So I know a thing or two about creating and selling digital products. So let's get right to the good stuff. All right, so now first, let me show you exactly what happened when I first tried ChatGPT's image generator. I uploaded a picture of myself, and then I asked ChatGPT to turn me into a mob boss. And what came back was so good that I almost couldn't believe it. No design skill needed, no expensive software, just a few words typed into a chat, and bam, there it was. I immediately thought to myself, wait, is this sellable? So I decided to run a little test. I told Chat to create me a 5-step infographic about monetizing your personal brand online, and bam. And then I told Chat that I wanted to create a paid tool versus free tool infographic for anyone who wanted to create digital products but didn't know which tools to use online, and bam. ChatGPT nailed it again. I mean, look at this infographic. It's got the right icons for each platform. It's perfectly readable text, and it's a minimal, sleek, white background with a really simple and easy to understand design. I was literally amazed. And that's when I realized that something big was about to happen. The digital product marketplace has completely transformed in just the last few weeks. What used to take me hours hunched over in Photoshop or cost hundreds of dollars to hire a designer can now be done in seconds with ChatGPT. My mind was literally going crazy. I'm talking about creating everything that you can think of, from planners to wedding invitations to recipe books and educational flashcards, all with just a few carefully chosen words. What is happening right now? And by the way, if you want access to the entire 100 digital product list that shows you the entire list of 100 different digital product ideas that you can create and leverage and sell right now today for free, I'll leave a link in the description below. All right, so now let's take some time to look at the 7 specific product categories that I found with the most potential for profit. So I've done my best to organize these categories based on what I found to be the sweet spot between the effort that's required and the profit potential for each one of the products. Custom printables. Picture this, you type a prompt into ChatGPT and boom, an entire planner pops out on your screen, perfectly formatted and designed exactly how you asked. But here's the kicker. You can't just say, hey Chat, make me a weekly planner. That's amateur hour at the AI arena, and we're anything but amateurs. So instead, you want to get crazy specific with this prompt. So here's the exact prompt that I used. Create a weekly pet care planner for a new dog owner with feeding schedule, medication reminders, and training logs. And be sure to put cute dog doodles in the corner and make it with teal and soft yellow accents. It really takes that level of detail. And let me tell you something else. Dog parents will gobble this product up, and they'll proudly pay $8 to $15 for this because it speaks directly to their needs. Now you can take this even further, thinking about things like the holidays. You can literally take holiday themed versions of this exact prompt and make a ton of different variations. And you can even get more specific with the dogs, or with grooming, or with poodles, or with whatever, right? The possibilities are endless. And don't forget, once you nail one design, just ask ChatGPT to spin off 5 different variations with different colors, different layouts, different animals, different doodles. Like, I'm telling you, the artwork is solid here. And then you take them and list them on Etsy or on Gumroad or on your own website for that matter. And then watch how quickly you can build a mini storefront that auto-generates revenue for you using this method. Ebooks and illustrated guides. All right, next up are ebooks and guides. So think about those $20 air fryer cookbooks that everyone's downloading at midnight. You can own that space if you wanted to now. The secret really is consistency. So if you keep every image in the same style so your product feels premium, you have a really good chance of taking over the market if you do it correctly. For instance, you can generate the top-down air fryer recipe photos on a white ceramic plate. And don't just stop there. Tell Chat to use natural lighting and fresh herb garnish. When people see this clean, cohesive look, they instantly trust it and they click the buy button. You're talking an easy $15 to $30 per download. And you can have ChatGPT write out all the recipes for you in the ebook and produce all the images that correspond directly with the context of the recipes that it created. It is really insane. But listen, don't just stop at recipes. You can cover any niche that you want, right? It could be self-care journals for remote workers, or minimalist planners for college students, or guided meditation illustrations, which would be insane for any chiropractors or any yoga instructors, right? Each one of these guides can include 20 to 30 pages of AI-generated layouts, plus full pictures and fill-in-the-blank templates. And you can even cross-promote this with like bundle deals, something like buy the 3-pack of, the wellness guides for $45 instead of paying $20 individually. And you can also include upsells like an editable Canva version. And before you know it, you've got recurring sales coming in. YouTube thumbnail backgrounds. Okay, so let's talk about thumbnail backgrounds. Those clean aesthetic canvases that make your title and your face pop on your thumbnails. Now, you don't need to be a designer to have scroll-stopping thumbnails anymore. You can just use a simple prompt and have AI do the heavy lifting and designing for you. You can tell AI to create a minimalist, abstract gradient background with dark to light teal tones and subtle texture. And before you know it, you have a professional background here that you can take your image and lay over along with your text for your next thumbnail. Another pro tip here is to go online and find additional thumbnails that you love for inspiration. And then you can simply take those thumbnails and upload them to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to create a new version of that thumbnail for you. Now, this works great for anybody who needs to create professional looking thumbnails, but you lack the design skills to do it. All of those barriers have been tossed in the trash nowadays using the power of ChatGPT. And now you can sell these individual custom backgrounds from anywhere between $30 and $50 a pop. And here's a few ways that you can maximize those sales. One of the first things that I would do is just bundle all of the thumbnails together by niche. So you would have a faceless tech channel pack, or a fitness coach thumbnail pack, or a cooking show background pack. That would really do well online. You could also create a subscription model where you charge $10 monthly from 100 new clients, and you offer them so many guaranteed thumbnail backgrounds per month. And if you decided to take it a step further, maybe they want something more polished, then you can upsell them and charge even more if you had to. Because every creator needs thumbnails, and most of them hate designing thumbnails. You're tapping into a huge demand right now, especially for early adopters who jump on the train fast. Educational materials. Now, worksheets can be gold, especially if you gamify them. Plain worksheets are kind of boring, so you may want to add a game element and watch parents and teachers throw money at you when you do. For example, you can design a 3rd grade math worksheet where each solved problem helps a friendly monster advance along a color quest map. I'm telling you, that one tweak alone will bump your price from $2 to $10 for each worksheet. And if you bundle it together as a set, like we've been talking about in this entire video, you're talking $50 a pop or so here. And you can even expand that by creating an entire learning adventure series, or math series, or spelling series, or science series, each with its own mascot and its own storyline. You can offer teachers or parents different bundles. The possibilities are really endless here. And of course, you can use Teachers Pay Teachers, or you can use your own LMS as an automated delivery and update center. Branding assets. Logos and brand kits are next. Generic logos sell for peanuts, but when you niche down with industry flair, you can charge premium prices. So let's tell Chat to generate a luxury real estate logo. And in this example, we want a minimal house outline merging into wave elements with navy to gold gradient, and bam, clients will happily pay $100 to $200 for something that feels tailor-made. Now package these into starter brand kit logos with social media banners or business card mock-ups or Instagram story templates. That's a big one, right? All unified by color palettes and typography. And listen, you've become a professional designer overnight. Now, if you want to take it a step further, you can use Photoshop to create an editable version of all of these assets and sell that for an additional upsell. And before you know it, you've got a really solid high ticket offer here, especially if you jump on that Instagram template pack. Thank me later for that one. Children's books and comics. All right, so now here's where you can cash in big time as well. Personalization matters here. Parents love seeing their kids as the hero. So we could use a prompt something like illustrate a jungle adventure featuring a customizable main character, where you can pick the hair, color, skin tones, and put that character alongside a friendly animal discovering hidden treasures. That keepsake factor pushes prices to $10 to $25 per book. And for the people who want custom orders, you can go way higher. And to scale this out even further, you can offer different themes or different adventures, right? It could be a space mission or a fairy tale castle or a superhero origin story. And you can let your customers upload photos for character references. It really is insane, guys. You automate the process. Once you collect the details, you run them through a prompt template that delivers a PDF, and voila, instant bestseller. And you can even go to 11 Labs and add an audio narration or an interactive flip version for an extra $10 or $20 or so for each individual. Merchandise design. All right, last but not least, let's talk about merch. Now, fancy art is cool, but truth be told, humor sells. That's where niche inside jokes win the day every single time. For example, you can create a minimalist tee design that pokes fun at being a blank, insert your topic or your industry here. And you can use a one-liner insider joke with clean iconography. You can do mugs, you can do shirts, you can price them from $15 to $30 and watch all the pros buy it up because it fits them perfectly. You can also take this further and you can create collections of 20 to 30 professions. So think about teachers or nurses or chefs, each with a unique punchline. You can use a print-on-demand service like Printful or Teespring, so there's zero inventory risk on your part. Then you can run micro ads on Facebook targeting each profession if you wanted to for $5 a day. And then you'll recoup all of that money back in a single sale. And by the way, if you want access to the entire 100 digital product list that shows you the entire list of 100 different digital product ideas that you can create and leverage and sell right now today for free, I'll leave a link in the description below. All right, so I've seen the future of digital entrepreneurship, and it's happening right now. The AI image generation tools, especially the one that ChatGPT has just released, are just getting started. Imagine what these systems will be capable of 6 months or a year from now. The possibilities are mind-blowing. So don't wait until everyone else is doing this. Start today with just one of these categories that excite you. And remember that your first product doesn't have to be flawless. What matters is actually building momentum and being an early adopter, especially in some of these niche industries that we've mentioned. So drop a comment below and let me know exactly which category you're diving into. And also come on back around when you make your first sale and let us know. This is Marketing Coach Anthony signing out. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.